I got to ask this question. What's the fastest way to grow my LinkedIn profile? I'm going to talk about this question, give you some philosophies that are worth considering. But before I do, hit that subscribe and notify button because I create all this content for you. Now, I'm going to look at that question in two different ways. Number one, what's the fastest way to build a LinkedIn profile? Well, I don't want you to think about building it the fastest way. I want you to think about building it the right way. Now, you can do this in a timely manner, but you need to be thinking about who is my target audience and what is the message I need to share with them that tells them who I am and what I do relevant to them. You got to think that way. It's not all about busting through it and building out a huge, online resume. It's about building a brochure that clearly tells your target audience who you are and what you do relevant to them. And starts with your headline and through every other section of your LinkedIn profile. You need to think about, what am I telling my target audience? How am I speaking clearly to them? When they read this content, do they see that I'm doing work that is relevant and important to them? That's what you have to think. And if you try to do this too quickly, you're going to end up writing an ugly resume, and you don't want to put an ugly resume on your LinkedIn profile. You want to put a brochure or a billboard. So be very purposeful about this. There's no real rush to do this. The rush is just to get started so that you start talking about who you are and what you do as you grow your LinkedIn profile. The second way to look at this is, how can I grow my LinkedIn profile from a views perspective? How can I get more and more of the right people to view my LinkedIn profile? Because it very clearly speaks to my target audience and their influencers, telling them what I do, what I can do, what I enjoy doing. So the way to get more people to look at your LinkedIn profile is to show up on LinkedIn and to get into conversations. Often people build a beautiful LinkedIn profile and they think they've done all they need to do. But the reality is, you need to go get into conversations. And when you get into conversations, people are going to look at you in those conversations and go, who is this guy? And they're likely to click on your LinkedIn profile. Another way to grow your LinkedIn profile so that more and more people see it is grow your LinkedIn network. So again, be very purposeful about who you connect with, your target audience, their influencers, the people who can introduce you to more people who can ultimately introduce you to more work. So be very purposeful about your networking as well. And as you connect with people, invite them to look at your LinkedIn profile and ask you any questions. As you engage on LinkedIn, and you engage in meaningful ways, and you engage on content that's relevant to you, again, that's going to create an opportunity for more people to come back at your profile and look at it. So I want you to think about building a LinkedIn profile as quickly as you can. I want you to think about building a LinkedIn profile that clearly tells your target audience and their influencers who you are and what you can do relevant to them. And then as far as growing the number of views you get on your LinkedIn profile, that will happen the more you engage and maybe even the more you share content. The more you're willing to get into a conversation, the more likely people are going to look at your LinkedIn profile and want to know more about you. I'm Teddy, your LinkedIn Sales Navigator strategist, trainer, and coach. I hope this is helpful for you.